And here we are with video number 4. We're back with our strength build. It is level 150, 58 strength, but the Omen Killer helmet gives you 2 extra strength. So if you want to, I optimize those 2 extra level points into Faith. That way I don't have to use the Faith Talisman if I want to get some buffs on, so I can just get like some regen. But yeah, no, I've been really enjoying the strength build. I'm Scrub the Tarnished, by the way. I'm a Soulsborne noob. Elden Ring is my first Souls game, and I'm new to Invasions. I've been doing this for almost a year now, and I'm really enjoying it. So I thought I'd document my journey as a new Invader for the world of YouTube to watch. But yeah, I've said this in a video before. How did I do 109 damage on that jump attack? I do not understand. I've said this in a video before, like, Limgrave, like Grace Duelists, not my favorite. They go by super quick. You're either gonna just kill the host super quickly, or you're gonna get a 3-man gank and just die. I really like this one. My character's name is Bonk, and you'll see why. What better of a name for a strength build than Bonk? And so when you put Barbaric Roar on the Stone Club, you get this charge R2, and it does immense damage, and you'll see that damage happen in just a moment. But you kind of got to like bait the enemies into the attack. When you put on the aromatic, the uplifting aromatic, you get an attack and defense boost along with a little bubble. I was gonna try to bonk him, but instead I got the host. Level up your health. You can get one-shotted in 1 charge R2 if you don't level up your health. But yeah, I really like that part of the build. Oh, this is really funny. I don't know why people don't understand that you cannot attack someone as they're spawning in, because you get iframes, and you can see me perfectly use those iframes to my advantage. And the snow, and the snow cannon thing, the thing that does a lot of damage in Frostbite 2. That can also be super annoying to activate at times. That's a moment of me being stupid. I don't know why. I thought it was a good idea to move that up and then just go traverse through the entire level, hoping that I would find the host where they last were. See, that's why I invested 2 points into Faith. I started as a Wretch, so you start with like 10 everything. Other builds, I don't know, I just felt like it was the best to start with. So I just put 2 points in Faith and then let the mask add those 2 extra strength points. That way I can wield the Giant Crusher. And I don't know why most hosts like to run. It's just host etiquette for some reason. I don't even know if this dude got the lever that opens the boss door. I don't think he did. Yeah, he didn't. But he was really smart to ambush me like that. So I was kind of stupid in this fight. I thought that I would have enough poise to tank through his R1s. So I used Endure, and then I screamed at him again. But I don't know when the hyper armor frames activate in this. So I was just confused, and so I just bonked him to death. I really like the Stone Club because you could just like spam R1. That weapon in its class has a specific R1, and its attack rate is super fast. I can just bonk, 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 bonk. But yeah. Deep Root Depths is one of my favorite places to invade, but the problem is this area right here, it like messes up my frames and my FPS for some reason. I don't know if it's because I have a really bad computer that's not meant for recording and playing at the same time. It's like almost 4 years old. I got it like Christmas or my birthday, I forgot. But it's kind of outdated, so eventually I should get a new CPU and a better graphics card. Maybe just a CPU, because I have plenty of memory. But yeah. As you've seen in my previous videos, I definitely have a thing for this cleaver and the Horaloo Ash of War, and you'll see why. It's just really fun to just charge at people, scream, "Ah!" and then also scream at them with the Horaloo Ash of War. But For some reason, most hosts, like 814 with the Charge R2, make sure you have your bleed pellets on stock. And, like, the amount of hyper armor that you get with the Horaloo startup is amazing. But yeah, we win those with the Horaloo. Oh, I just realized what that Phantom's name was. It was literally, he should have done the same thing I did, but instead did not. That's his part. This is a longer invasion, but this one was pretty funny. They were gonna hide behind that wall, so I had to do what was best and use a projectile that had an AoE to it. They were not expecting that, I'm assuming. But the Shaded Castle is also a really fun place to invade as well, in my opinion. But, okay, so I do something very stupid here. So, obviously, they haven't reached the second part of the level. There's like 2 swamps. This is the first, and then as you go up this ladder, there's a second. And I could still reach them by going up this ladder, going through the second part of the swamp, and there's another ladder. If you played the game, you know how the terrain of the Shaded Castle works. But I do something stupid. I don't know why. I decide to put it in a metaphorical stance. I decide to go around the whole world when I could have crossed the street. And you'll see why. I could have just went on that ladder over there by jumping to where that praying zombie is. But instead, I decided to go all the way around. I guess my past self was setting up this new section of dialogue from my present self. And so what I'm segueing towards is like the format of these YouTube videos. So obviously, like, I'm just starting this channel, but I feel like I'm totally like writing off of a certain format that I don't even know if I'm allowed to say this dude's name, but Saint Riot, obviously, like same exact type of videos that Saint Riot is doing. But I don't know. I thought the commentary like of a new Elden Ring Invader would be entertaining. I just don't want to seem like I'm copying him. I probably will get called out for copying him, and I'm sorry that I am copying him, because I feel like that's kind of what this is leaning towards. But I don't know. I just feel like this kind of format for an Elden Ring Invasion video is what suits me best, because I'm not good at talking while I'm playing the game. I don't know what I will say for half the time. But this invasion is pretty funny. I have the high ground Anakin, and it was just fitting to use a Golem Great Bow and just kind of mess around with these 2 players. Radahn's Rain, necessary. Or Rain of Arrows, absolutely necessary. Yeah, Great Bows are an essential for like almost all builds. Shout out to the people that use Great Bows. It's fun to just mess with players too. So the host here did not move whatsoever. I thought I could get him with the AoE that comes from that. But there is a way that you could get down from there. That's also the beginning of the Shaded Castle. You could just ride your horsey up there. Where that wooden like balcony thing is, you could just go there. The Iron Greatsword, very good weapon for strength builds. Has good strength scaling, and it has like the highest base damage. From what I remember, out of all the greatswords. I could be wrong though. Somebody correct me if I need to be corrected. But we got a Ruins Greatsword user, Mona. I knew it would be smart of me to just start running backwards while I buff up. Shout out the Bubble. Provides a defense and attack boost while also giving you a bubble. But yeah, very long lead up to a backstab and then death. That was very anticlimactic. But it was also kind of funny to toy with them as well. But yeah, one of the longer invasions. But yeah, if anybody has recommendations of how I can format these videos to be a little more authentic rather than copying other people, please let me know, because I'm not trying to copy people. I forgot what this place is called, but it's a very common invasion spot. We have it was like a wizard, I believe, an astrologer that had that jellyfish shield. The astrologer had like maybe 600 health. No idea why they respawned to help out this host. But I was thinking to myself, man, I haven't used Black Flame Tornado in a hot minute. Black Flame Tornado is one of the best Ashes of War with a good AoE. It does that damage over time thing. And it's just fun to have for moments like this too. Shout out my bubble for saving me. Yeah, 516 health on the Phantom. No idea why they were there. But good to put on a halberd. And people just, it's good to use Black Flame Tornado when people least expect it. Like when they're going up a ladder, or where you're behind a wall or a door, and you can just get them through there because it has an AoE. But yeah, that was a silly invasion. Got to give them the respectful bow because we're nice. Okay, now there is a Phantom. There's a third Phantom. All of a sudden, they just disappeared, and so it's just this host and this Phantom, and I don't know if they were ganking here or actually trying to get down to fight the Godskin Apostle. But I don't know. I thought it was a gank because the way they have their setup going, that guy has the Crucible Horn and that guy has the Crucible Tail. They were kind of going for like were they trying to knock me off? But they were just spamming me, so I was just like, you know, I've had enough of this. It's important to have Endure on a build so you can do something like that. Goodbye, Mordok. So it's just me and this host. I don't even know where the second Phantom went. He just disappeared. I don't know why he thought it would be a good idea to leave his host, but that's fine. Guard counter. No idea why I decided to go for the guard counter, but when you level up your shield, you get a guard boost, supposedly. So I still won. This is the last invasion of the video. This was a very weird invasion. I was stupid and they were stupid. I didn't know, like, it was so weird. It was just one of those like awkward invasions. So we have a host and a Phantom. We got a jump attack. We got an endurance build. That's why I like to call those. Like this is Bonk 2.0, but he should have named himself Bonk because he's got two big bonks. He's got two big bonks. But like since you're kind of stuck in the attack frames, it's easy to just like space them and then go for the running R1 or R2 or whatever. Not with a Great Spear. Don't go for the running R2 with a Great Spear. But this one was just awkward. My frames were skipping a lot. And like I didn't know what the host was doing. He was just standing there. Eventually he would start to go for the gank, but at first it started to be like a 1v1. But I heard those whips and I was like, oh, okay, so it's going to be one of those invasions. Like I said, it was awkward. I wasn't really sure what to do. My frames were lagging. I didn't know how careful I needed to be. I didn't know if the Shamshir would be a good thing. Like, that does a lot of damage. Half of my health with one swing with two Giant Crushers. So, I thought, you know what, I'm going to get stuck in between these trees. That sounds like a good idea. And then a Hunter spawns in. I never once came across this Hunter. They must have been AFK or something, but I had a feeling that this was going to be one of those weird long invasions, as I said for like the 20th time now. So I guess we're just going to test out an assortment of weapons. It's hard to predict certain players. Like if you see somebody with a Moon Veil, you know they're just going to like L2 you 100% of the time. If you see wizards, you know they're just going to spam Comet at you or Founding Rain of Stars. Some players are very easy to predict in the way they play this game and the way they play against other players. So on the Executioner's Great Axe, you get a 115 crit scaling, so you get a little extra damage when you backstab somebody or get like a parry and a riposte or something. So I thought it'd be fun to get the quick step into backstab. What's it called? Yeah, quick step into backstab, since the dual bonk guy likes to do a lot of jump attacks. It's fun to do that up there. See, like, they're just being so weird. I don't even know, like, my commentary is getting messed up because of just like how weird they are. Like, do I bring out the great bow? Do I start shooting them? But as you could see, like, Lorraine had like 0 health. I should have just ended this invasion and killed Lorraine first. And I did, actually. I did, but I thought it'd be rather respectful to go for the Phantom first rather than just being a cheese and going for the host first. But I don't know. The Phantom made this kind of hard. Like, the host was asking to get killed. Like, how are you gonna do that? Like, why are you gonna vomit magma at me and just expect me to not want to kill you? But I don't know. It's just invader etiquette, I suppose. But yeah, I ended up killing the host first. That Ash of War is quite weird. I've never used it before. It has such a long startup, and if you have like weapons that can hyper armor through the startup, then just go for it. Like the Executioner's Great Hack's like good idea. I don't know why I wasn't quick with this one. I have a hard time, you know, taking out certain players quickly. I thought that using a Madness Stone would be a good way to bait them into like coming at me so I could get that backstab. But look at me perfectly dodge that Placidus Axe war. And I had a feeling that the host would have a Dragon Breath since they used the Magma Worm thing. So I was just like, you know what? I've quite had enough with this. I put a Stormblade on this Godskin Peeler. It's good to have. It's a good like chase down weapon. And like Stormblade is good to interrupt certain attacks like Dragon Breath, for example. And I think that happens here. But yeah. I like that incantation as well because there's like an AoE that comes off of you. Lorraine is so weird. I don't know how that Stormblade didn't hit. See, it just took another... It took 2 hits. I don't even know why Lorraine didn't even decide to heal. I was fine with the win, and that's the video. Okay, I'll see you guys later. Bye. Oh yeah, be good to yourselves, and I love you. I guess we're gonna make that the traditional exit out of the video. Okay, bye.